involved. I never even asked you how you got involved.
Yeah.
Well, I waited to ask my mother about it because I didn't want to, every time I mentioned something about Dad, tears and all that other crap. So I waited till 13, and I asked her what to do. Who were these guys? And she said, they're Masons. I said, who are they? And she asked your uncle. So I went and I asked Uncle George. He said, come back and see me when you're 21. Okay. Now, I'm interning, fast forward, I'm 21, I'm teaching, interning at South Broward High School. And one of the guys, department heads, not social studies, but another department, asked me to go out for a drink. And he took me over to the Shrine Club, which I didn't know what the heck that was. And went over, bought me a drink. And because he had heard me say something about Masonry. And he said, are you interested in Masonry? I said, well, my grandparents, my father, blah, blah, blah. And he said, I said, how do I become a Mason? He pulls out a petition. He said, fill this out. You had to ask. We don't ask you, you have to ask us. And I said, let me have another one. He said, why? I said, I've got a brother. So I get the other petition, put him in my jacket pocket. For the next 6 months, I am asking him everything on God's green earth about Masonry, coming at him from every angle. He's looking at me going, I don't know, it's completely bullshit. He was already went and talked to Uncle George, got the signatures, and was in, and been raised, and initiated,
no
and
way.
was getting instruction.
Really?
Yes, behind my back, little crap head.
It wasn't behind your back.
He was
Did
just
you
doing
come
the right
in?
thing.
21 when I...
He was secretive in the right way.
He wasn't 21 yet. And you had to ask
And then he
them.
didn't wait. Anyway,
Oh.
he goes through all this, and then finally we're invited over for dinner. We sit down. In the middle of the dinner, he gets up and walks away, and he comes back out with a blue tube, and he pulls his apron out. I looked down and I said, you son of a bitch. I have been waiting for you to go through. I wanted to go through with you, and I had the petitions with me. And anyway, he was ahead of me the whole way up. I followed him up through the degrees.
I raised
Yes.
Raised you.
Well, raising doesn't probably mean the same thing
I
you guys
raised
do.
you.
No, I know. Brought him up through the degrees.
I raised you to have good manners.
He's going to tell you anyway.
He was initiated June 8th, 1972.
Wow.
One of the things that means something to me as a Mason and to other guys who are Masons is you have, like, back at that time, you had 1 month to learn your part, where you had to take an oral test in front of the whole lodge. It took him 1 month exactly to do that. Back then, normal. Today, you tell somebody you did it in a month, and they look at you like, you know, what are you?
Can't
genius
do
or
it.
something? They can't do it, or whatever. So he received his Frederick degree in July of '72, and his Master Mason degree took him an extra month. And he received his Master Mason degree 2 months later. I don't know why it took him those 2 months, but I know damn well he knew it because
I was probably an issue,
Later-
and he couldn't do it. I probably
later
had
on, when I
difficulties.
become a Mason, he was my instructor for all 3 of the degrees.
It's likely.
He got his 25-year award in 1997, 40-year in 2012, and his 50th tonight. He was an officer. They have you down as an officer of the lodge, junior warden in '85, senior warden in '86, and worship master in '78. So I called Chuck.
Like regression.
I said, Chuck, we need to change that, and he was laughing. He's a perpetual member, which means you don't pay, once you pay your perpetual, you don't pay dues ever again. And I don't, what year did you do that? Do you remember?
When we first moved up here.
No.
Did you do it?
Back in the 90s.
Probably in the 90s.
Still pay the dues anyway.
All right, what do we got here?
Thank you.
The certificate from the Grand Lodge of Florida. It reads the Most Worshipful Grand Lodge, Free and Accepted Masons of Florida, 50-year certificate. Whereas Walter Frederick Gomez Jr.
Hold on,
Master
Glenn, hold on.
Mason-
You gotta rewind this.
Wait.
What? What are you doing?
Whereas Walter Frederick Gomez Jr., a Master Mason of West Broward Lodge number 253 of Cumberland Pines, Florida, was raised in the sublime degree of Master Mason on the 28th day of September, AL 5972, AD 1972, and has been active in Masonic service for more than 50 years. Now, therefore, in recognition of his many years of faithful service and his loyalty to Masonry, and pursuant to the order of the Most Worshipful Grand Lodge of the state of Florida, we do hereby declare him exempt from all Grand Lodge dues and assessments and issue this certificate of appreciation. Testimony whereof, I have hereunto to set my hand and cause the seal of the Grand Lodge to be hereunto affixed. Dated in Jacksonville, Florida, the 25th day of August, AL 6022, AD 2022. Signed by Richard Lynn and by Robert Lambert, Grand Master. Richard Lynn is the secretary. So this is yours.
Okay, wait a minute. Stand up on me. I'm gonna take this.
Woo! Yes, sir.
He's going through it.
This is from Jay. She texted me today to say, please, she comes over to share this with Wally. Sorry we can't be there. What a wonderful honor to receive. I remember all the time we went down to Norma Lodge for dinners. Fond memories. Very proud of you. See you soon. Love, Jay.
Very good.
And then from Bill, Worshipful Walter, congratulations upon receiving your 50-year pin. It has been a privilege and an honor to know and work with you at the Blue Lodge and the Scottish Rite. Sorry we can't be there physically, but we are there in our hearts and minds. And again, congratulations, Worshipful. See you soon. That's from Bill. Bill and Jay.